Today we are here with an iconic TV star from the time when Indian television was at its peak.
एक दिन मैं अपने आप को एक ऐसे मकाम पर पहुंचाकर रहूंगी जहां केशव भी मुझ पर फक्र करे।
Her portrayal of strong, independent women characters inspired many. Let's welcome in the house Kitu Gidwani. So, what inspired you to be an actress?
Actually, I never thought of becoming an actress. Acting happened to me. So I don't know. I was on this thing of मैं इंटरनेशनल सिनेमा करूँगी अब मैं स्मिता पाटिल जी के फुटस्टेप्स में जाऊँगी और I will only do beautiful art house cinema and I will from there I will go towards international cinema because उन दिनों में बॉलीवुड फिल्म्स फॉर्मूला फिल्म्स थे और मैं फॉर्मूला फिल्म्स नहीं करना चाहती थी तो एक चॉइस था या तो आप टेलीविजन कीजिए और उसके बाद आर्ट हाउस फिल्म्स या तो आप बॉलीवुड कमर्शियल फिल्म्स कीजिए and I did not see myself as a typical Bollywood film actress but I pursued a television because television was so satisfying.
You often portrayed very strong, independent women characters. How much of that is real, Kitu?
Very difficult to answer that. I think that my personality inspired directors or writers to take me for those roles because they thought I was some strong, independent, urban woman. But actually, I was not strong. I was just myself. But in those days, I looked strong and independent and modern. So I think लोगों को ऐसे लगा कि दिखती है ऐसे उनकी personality भी वैसे ही होगी. I think all the women kind of connected because I was playing a very vulnerable girl also and playing a strong woman girl also at the same time. You know, it was a very nice central role which was my first serial. You know, I just did it because it was so much fun and so well written.
What were the highlights of your career, your best memories?
Of all the hundreds of people I've worked with, I've always had a good time. But my highlight of my career is winning the Best Actress award in France for a film called Dance of the Wind, which nobody knows about in India. We premiered at Venice. For a tiny film like Dance of the Wind to premiere at Venice and get a standing ovation at a festival of 3 continents in France. It was the first festival we went to and I won the Best Actress award. So that was a highlight of my career, I think.
Do you think actors are now more after the fame?
ये फेम का सवाल कब उठा और सब फेम के पीछे भागने कब लगे, I don't know. I have no idea. I think it goes hand in hand with an actor's journey because when you do acting, it is your job to increase your market value. If you want to increase your market value. And how do you do that? You do that because you follow the business of acting. And I was always very bad at the business of acting, which means publicity, vagera, you be seen with the right people, you go and run after directors, you run after producers, something to remain in the public eye. I never bothered with that. So I have no idea how you pursue fame.
You mentioned how you enjoyed doing television back in the day. What has really changed in television?
Television is a whole different universe today, and I don't do it anymore because the quality is so bad, so bad. But everybody loves it. There is something in the Indian psyche which loves this very horrible situation between a saas and a bahu. I don't know why. Why cannot it be the son-in-law and father-in-law? I have no idea, but it is saas and bahu. Because you have the same number of fights between the father and son-in-law in as far as family business goes. There is so many fights. But the saas bahu seems to have that chaska, you know, that the whole country loves and I detest. अभी टेलीविजन को क्या हो गया और क्यों हो गया पता नहीं. It's now a धंधा. Somebody told me, मैडम आप आंख बंद करके कीजिए, ये धंधा है. So I said okay.
When you were doing television, how did it function? How were things approved back in the day?
उन दिनों में चैनल्स बहुत कम थे और प्रोड्यूसर्स के पास कॉर्पस फंड्स थे, तो वो अपने पैसों डालकर बनाते थे प्रोजेक्ट्स, पायलट्स बनाते थे, 2-3 एपिसोड्स बनाते थे, तो पूरी क्रिएटिविटी उनके हाथों में था. They did not need green lighting from a channel. They would make the project and then I think they would take it to Doordarshan. Gulshan Gulfarm was based in Kashmir, and Sahil was based on a music director and a young singer, the love between them. Then Junoon, of course, was crazy, like two business houses coming together and the whole drama. There was me, there was Tom Alter, there was Pankaj Berry, there was Shashi Puri, so many people, Soni Razdan, I mean, then Puneet Yesar came in. Then it became a big soap. It started out as a drama and then became larger and became a soap. The day the Don walked in, Puneet Yesar, I remember thinking, okay, now we are done. Now we are going to Don territory and the whole flavor of the serial has changed. But for 3 years, we had a fantastic storyline with a romance between me and Keshav Kalsi. And it was so much fun. And the dialogues were written with a bit of Hindustani in it. And we had old timers directing us. And the serials were gone for long. Like Junoon went on for 4 years. Swabhiman also went on for 4 years. Yeah.
But what do you think? Have the women characters in television evolved, or which way has it gone in your opinion?
Indian women characters, I don't see any strong ones. Like we had Rajni, Shanti, my Svetlana and Swabhiman. I don't see them. Because then we had a whole serial called Rajni, where this Priya Tendulkar was, solving the world's problems every week in an episode, and people loved it. See, Udan, we don't see that central woman character driving a whole serial. In those days, we were still finding our identity, and women were also finding their identity. कि हम सिर्फ घर में बैठ के हस्बैंड्स की सेवा करूं, बच्चों की सेवा करें, या शुड वी गो आउट एंड वर्क, हम काम करें ऑफिस में, अरेंज मैरिज करनी चाहिए, नहीं करनी चाहिए, how should we be with our mother-in-law. So I think every woman was trying to find her way in life and also society. So that's why we had so many interesting serials talking about so many different things.
Oh, that's a very nuanced viewpoint. And I hope you're being heard not just by the creators but also the audience, who hold the power to accept or reject the stereotypes.
मैं अभी एक सीरियल देख रही हूँ जो ब्रिटिश है. They make stories with women characters and the women are not sexy. They are old and fat, but they are fantastic. You look at Judi Dench when she talks, when she behaves, or you look at Helen Mirren when she acts. I mean, these women have a lot to tell the world. Whatever character you make them play, they can do a fantastic job. Because the older a woman gets, the more powerful she becomes. Young women are fools. They are fools. I mean, I was a fool when I was young. I have no wisdom. Old women are very valuable in the world. And I think Indians do not know how to exploit these characters and write stories about powerful women. And they are older because I think we are such a patriarchal society that men are too scared to give women the power. So they don't write stories about older women. Like a Shabana can do fabulous roles still, Dimple can do. Any one of us can do fantastic roles, Meeta can do. But we don't get stories written about us. So I think Indians have to start learning to write about older women in their 50s and 60s and 70s. This is my favorite topic. I think old women are the most valuable resource in the world because they have so much wisdom, because they have head and heart.
Wow, that's definitely the takeaway for me. On another note, tell me what it felt like to be a star. Did you ever have this feeling that, yes, I have arrived?
I never felt that I have arrived. There's always another role that you want to create, and always another genre that you want to experiment with. I don't think the human spirit is ever satisfied. I have had to philosophically accept the fact कि जो कुछ भी मैंने किया 38 साल में काफ़ी किया, and I should not want more, क्योंकि मैं बहुत डिप्रेस्ड हो जाऊंगी कि उसको रोल क्यों मिल रहा है, मुझे क्यों नहीं मिल रहा है. You cannot do that because you will become very depressed. So I have learned to be satisfied with what I have been given for 38 years and be happy. But when I'm on the set, I'm always excited. And I love working with young people because there's so much energy and, like they don't sleep for 48 hours. And I'm like, oh God, yeah, I want to go back to my hotel room and sleep. But it's so much fun to work. You can see the passion in people even now.
आपने कहा कि youngsters 48 hours भी काम कर लेते हैं, which I think is a reflection of the times we live in and also the state of the industry. But how were the working hours back in the day?
Much less. Even in Swabhiman was the first daily soap, right? We shot Monday to Friday. We shot from 9:30 in the morning to 6:30 in the evening, and then we went home. Abhi sawal bhi nahi uthta hai. You have to work for 14 hours, 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours till you're dying. But in those days, we worked a regular shift, 9 to 6. All serials, Junoon, Swabhiman, everything was 9 to 6. After 2000, everything changed. But yes, I hope those days come back.
How do you think those people managed it?
Swabhiman used to shoot on a 3-camera setup. And we had the editing room on set in Film City. Everything was shot on one set, right? All the different setups were there. The bedroom, the boardroom, the hall, all the things were set up. You did 6 to 7 scenes a day. You memorized it. You were given the scenes in the morning. You worked on it with your blocking. They shot it, they edited it, and it was sent off to the studio. And so that's how they did it. They didn't take one shot, ding, 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 nyah, jum, nyah, jum. The strange camera movements. You just shot regular, like a play, brilliantly. I mean, just with pure emotion. It was pure drama. There was no over-the-top acting. There was very true emotion. In all the scenes were well written, and every scene progressed the story further. So every episode was jam-packed with emotion and plot lines and everything. In 4 days, you shot an episode. 3 days, you shot a whole episode. Maybe even 2 days.
Were there any actors who did not remember their lines?
No. There was me, Rohit Roy, Anju Mahindru, Deepak Parashar, Meeta Vashisht, Simon Singh, Ashutosh Rana, Manoj Bajpai. I mean, the who's who of television worked. One by one, they came on. Basically, it was just us, and we never forgot lines. And we shot it like a film almost. Combination of film and theatre. And then at the same time, they did A Mouthful of Sky.
Yes, the first English show they thought of doing at that time.
Milan Suman, I think, was in it. Yeah.
We cannot have enough of this wonderful conversation, and thank you, Kitu, so much for giving us a glimpse into the world of good old TV days.
Thank you.
And we hope that you all enjoyed this conversation and will come back for more such interesting insights. Thank you.